Welcome to the club. I have cup fever. We're going to watch Nottingham Forest take on Manchester City. Of course, we're going to be keeping an eye on events at Anfield as Tottenham are obviously going to capitulate and Liverpool will be crowned champions. Big day for you, Sir Buvey.
It feels a little bit like this could be the final. If Nottingham Forest win this, then obviously it'll be a very tight game with Crystal Palace. But Man City, I think, would be massively feel comfortable against Crystal Palace in a final versus Aston Villa.
I think you're completely right. I don't think it's snide or anything like that either to suggest. I think it's just fact. If you're playing Crystal Palace in a FA Cup final, Crystal Palace at Wembley, that's a dream.
This is the thing. It's not like I'm saying we're going to beat Forest. I think it's a very tight game. I think it's got a good chance of going to penalties or extra time. I think it could be very, very tight. And I think Forest, if Forest get there with Palace, what an unbelievable story for the FA Cup. I'm a City fan. I've seen my side win it multiple times. Very, very lucky to say that, considering where Man City were. Nottingham Forest haven't won it since 1959. Yeah. Palace have never won it in 150 years, so we're talking nearly 200 years of football history.
Don't you think that
in the FA Cup final potentially?
Do you not think that regardless of this fixture and regardless of who ultimately wins it, Man City win today and Man City win the final 5-0? Do you not think that it's still been a great year for the cup?
Definitely.
It doesn't matter who wins it.
I think it's better if Palace won it. It'd be a great narrative for English football. Yeah! Oh! Is that in? Get in, Rico Lewis! 1-0 already. They're out. They're out Nottingham Forest.
Worst thing that could have possibly happened.
Look at that.
That's literally the worst.
Jack wasn't sure about him starting as well.
Mate, it's like Gundogan all over again.
Oh, what
like
a fucking strike that is.
Oh, what a shame.
Mate.
That is the last thing in the world this game needed. That is the last thing.
What a strike from Rico. Where does that come from, Rico Lewis?
Also, it's a P-roller. It was very Ilkay Gundogan. I'm not even joking. It really felt like
it's caught the keeper out, I think. Maybe it's got deflection as well, but it's a beautiful effort.
He scored at Wembley after 2 minutes. What a moment for him.
Mate, I can't believe that. Look at that. Look at this.
Bad defending.
Oh!
I mean, who plays it into him? Is it Bernardo Silva?
Sells. Let's all look. Sells. No, he's nowhere near it. That's a great strike.
Mate, it hits a side netting.
That's a beautiful strike.
I think you could say maybe Murillo's a bit far out.
Mate.
You can't blame Sells for that at all, can you?
No, I don't think so.
Maybe
that is outrageous, mate. That's outrageous.
The defenders could be a bit tighter.
That's huge, man.
It's huge. Do you know what's so annoying? And I imagine that this is one of the few things I'm going to say today where every single person watching this stream, literally every single person is about to agree with me. It's so upsetting that Manchester City have had a terrible season. They lost 9 out of 11 games. Pep Guardiola was all over the place at various points in the season. You were crying. And suddenly, Manchester City are actually going to have a very good season.
Very strong.
They're going to finish in the top 5, so they're going to qualify for the Champions League, which I don't agree with this, but is a success story in itself. And you're going to possibly win the FA Cup.
And a chance of winning the Club World Cup in its new format.
If you win the FA Cup and finish in the top 5, you've suddenly had a better season than, say, Arsenal if they don't win the Champions League.
Yeah.
Look how bad Forest are.
Yeah, Forest just don't understand how to handle the game.
It's a good tackle, but... Yeah, oh, no, what are you doing?
They can't get out the pitch, Nottingham Forest. Well, they are now. That's shit, mate. And people are telling me Gibbs White for 100 million quid, Jack.
No, he is good.
100 mil. 100 mil.
He is good.
100 mil.
Do you know the problem with the money? You know when you say it like that and you do the eyes at the same time, it makes it hard for me to argue it. But you know the way that football's gone?
It's mental.
That's how much football has cost.
But he's not... He's a good footballer, Gibbs White. He's not. He'll never be a world-class footballer.
I think he's good, you know.
You'll never be world-class.
If you were going to sign somebody to replace like De Bruyne for the future as well, Verts. Is Wharton the answer? Bearing in mind, like I know it's a different position, but you could do with a Wharton-type character, couldn't you?
Can you play Wharton, Nico, and Rodri in the same midfield?
You couldn't play the 3, but you could play 2 of the 3.
Wharton and Rodri.
Wharton and Rodri with a really
I'd go
progressive...
snooker loopy, Ross.
Are you up for that?
If it was Wharton and Rodri, I'm the biggest Wharton fan you're ever going to meet outside of Croydon,
Crystal Palace,
and maybe Blackburn. Honestly,
and maybe parts of Germany where Glasner's from or whatever.
Oh, he is outrageous, mate. There's a 4-minute video on Twitter of his highlights, as well as me watching the game against Villa. Just look at his highlights against Villa.
It's really good.
Oh mate, he's Paul Scholes.
Yeah. What? Paul Scholes at 32.
Yeah, just
like
knocking
deep line Paul Scholes.
Deep, knocking the ball around. I don't want to say Pirlo, but it's like Pirlo.
Liverpool win him.
2-1 to Liverpool.
Well done, Tottenham, you dopes.
Yeah, I'd take Wharton over Gibbs White in a heartbeat, mate. In a heartbeat.
There's a super chat here from Danny O'Hanrahan, and it says, "Did you ever watch Peter O'Hanrahan?
What's that?
You don't know the Channel 4 show, Peter O'Hanrahan,
No.
Chris Morris? No, fair enough.
No.
How do you guys think this City team fits the players like Haaland coming back, Foden being back on form, and new signing, i.e. Wirtz? Danny Hanrahan, thank you so much for your super chat there. Really do appreciate it. There's one problem with it. He says Foden being back on form as if it's a given. I'm worried about Phil Foden.
No, he's not been trusted in any of the games. In the last 6, I don't think he's played a minute in the last 6. Jack can correct me if I'm wrong, but he certainly hasn't started in the last 6.
What's happened, mate?
I think he's being given a real kick up the backside by Pep, and I think hopefully he comes back strong next season.
Okay, hopefully is a crucial word, and I respect you saying that, because you can see what Danny Hanrahan's done. He's just said Foden will be back on form, and I've kind of got that from City fans I talk to.
If you do well in football for 7 years and you have one bad season, that's a minority amount of time.
Absolutely, it's a minority amount of time. I'm not questioning your maths, but top players don't have a year off. Like top players, like realistically, in his career, you could probably name the amount of games, individual games that David Silva had off.
Yeah,
you could probably name the amount of
David Silva
games.
never had a bad game. I'd say.
Exactly. Okay, there you go.
You know what I mean? Really, honestly.
Phil Foden has had a year off.
Yeah.
There's no guarantees that he comes back.
No, I know. There certainly aren't. But you can in football. Dele Alli is a bad example. It's a very extreme example, but you can really go off the boil. I'm not saying Phil Foden's going to do a Dele Alli, but
can you think of anyone who's been as good as Phil Foden, then as bad as Phil Foden, and then got to being as good as Phil Foden was before? It's not easy, is it?
That's a fucking great question, mate. I mean, that's a fantastic question, mate. I don't know where you got that from. No, that's Jeremy Paxman stuff, mate. Honestly, seriously, man.
Because I don't think there is.
So you're saying PFA Player of the Year?
I'm saying basically the best player in the league. I'm going to say it in extremes, right? The best player in the league, the worst player in the league,
I've got a fucking great one.
You got an answer?
I've fucking answered the question.
Have you?
So I've won.
Have you?
Mahrez won PFA Player of the Year. He took a season off for Leicester City. People forget that before he joined Man City, took a season off. He didn't train very well. He didn't play. Am I right, Jack, or wrong? Before he wanted to leave for Man City season before.
He was handing in transfer requests and stuff.
I'd love to see his numbers.
Hang on, but that's interesting though, because that's kind of more going on strike or whatever than
it happened.
Yeah, okay. No, it's a great answer.
It happened.
It's a great answer. Manchester City go in at half-time 1-0 up. They've absolutely dominated, and I don't want to sound too harsh on Forest here, but they haven't turned up, have they?
Well, I think if you get on the mega bus now back to Nottingham Forest, you get a discount from Victoria Station. Seriously, because they'll be half empty.
Also, getting out of Wembley is a pain in the arse. If you leave now, you might get out by full time.
Yeah, Wembley, Jubilee line. I'll give you the thing. If you're watching on your phone...
Wrong.
No, not the Overground.
You go Met Line.
Oh,
2 stops Baker Street. 3 stops
Jubilee down
to get to Nottingham, you go where? St Pancras Station. You do not get on the Jubilee line. You get on the Metropolitan line. You go straight through to King's Cross. You walk to St Pancras.
I'm talking about the mega bus.
You're home and dry.
The mega bus
Megabus
Victoria Station.
Victoria. Can't be going to coach stations, mate. Can't be going to coach stations.
No, but these Nottingham Forest fans, you don't know. There's a cost of living crisis out there. Do you know what I mean?
No, but Nottingham's
they're putting
wealthy.
Security tags on steaks in Sainsbury's. So maybe these guys need a megabus. Who knows?
Oh!
See you later. He's missed it. He's missed it. That's the best chance they've ever had.
Callum Hudson.
They ain't winning nothing. Adios, amigos.
I mean, that is such a good chance, isn't it? Callum Hudson-Odoi is such a good player, man. Look at that. It's perfect.
He's been linked to Atletico. I think Atletico Madrid.
Has he?
He's been linked to.
Mate, he's a wicked. Oh, he's made this terrible.
That is Sunday League.
Yeah, sure.
It's going in.
Penalty.
Yeah.
That's 2-0.
It's got to be. Is it not getting given?
No, he hasn't given it. He didn't give it straight away. I don't know if it's gone to VAR.
Why has it not gone to VAR?
That's ridiculous.
I
He's
don't
cleared
know
it
if
off
it
the
has.
line with his hand. But no, you know when you're talking about the promoted teams, Buvey, I feel like, apart from Leeds...
Oh! Get in there! It's 2-0. Oh, it's game over.
Game over.
That is outrageous.
Game over.
Vardy's been so good in the last 6 games, man. 6-7 games.
Crystal Palace versus Man City going to finish the season on such a high. They're actually going to bloody finish the season second in the league with a trophy.
I think we deserved that. That was a penalty. For me, that's a penalty.
Of course it is. It's the trajectory.
Why is he not
changing
giving
the
that?
trajectory of the ball.
Why is he not giving that? It's crazy. But what header from Guardiola?
Mate, what's Murillo doing?
I don't know, mate. I don't know.
Stinked it out well.
Bosh.
Oh, what a fucking strike. What a hit. That was sensational. Mate, if that had rocketed in.
That's the best move of the
Gibbs
game.
White.
I think it was Gibbs White.
Yeah.
Gibbs White. Unlucky, man.
Mate, that was an amazing hit.
Gibbsy.
Look, digs it out, left foot coming onto it.
Bosh.
Oh, Bosh, that is sensational.
Off target.
Keep off target.
That's it.
Shut up.
He's off target.
Shut up.
See you later.
Mate, Gibbs White is so good. Me and you disagree massively about Gibbs White.
I don't think we do. I think
no, because I think
if I
think
sign
City
him
should
for
sign
30,
him.
I think no.
I think City should
He's
sign
not. He's
him.
not Man City level.
I think
just
he's
not
Man
good
City and England level.
enough. What, starting for England? Please.
I think it was a disgrace that he wasn't in the last.
26 man. Yeah, 26
and then he was called up when Cole Palmer got injured, and he was left on the bench. I thought that was
11
outrageous.
players play a football match. You know that 26
Yeah, but
guys in a
two-
squad. I
there were
mean,
two-
my fucking nan's in the England squad.
There were
It's like,
no, but there were two games.
No man, 26.
There were two. There were
Of
two.
course, he's in this 26.
No.
Fucking all of them are. I mean,
No,
like,
there's loads on as well.
fucking big
Mason
squad.
Mount isn't.
Yeah, but he's shit.
James Maddison
He's
isn't.
shit. He gets injured every game. He's in the bottom half with Man United.
It's Mason Mount.
Gibbs
that
White
goes
is
down
not a
as
Man
their-
City player. I'm sorry, man.
I think he is.
I don't think
I
he
really
is.
think he is.
I don't think he is.
I think he's so good.
I don't think he. I don't think he is, man.
Liverpool scored 5.
Yeah, it's embarrassing, man.
Alive
Sack this guy. Send him back to fucking Australia, mate. Honestly, he can manage Perth FC.
We are made of Shankly's best.
He looks like a you know, like an ash cloud.
Total football.
Ange Postecoglou looks like an ash cloud, man.
You're a birdo. You've allowed this situation to happen. Why didn't you just win
What
the
are you
league?
talking about?
Why didn't you just win the league?
You
What
can't
you're
expect,
meant to do.
so you expect a side to win it 5 times in a row?
I expect Man City to win it.
You've never won it twice. When's the last time you won it twice in a row?
We've won it twice in a row. Don't worry about
When was that?
it. Jose Mourinho. You never heard of him.
There wasn't even Facebook back then.
Jose Mourinho. You never.
There was no
heard of him.
Facebook back
You
then.
never heard of him. What's Facebook got to do with it? What are you, Tina
It's
Turner?
a symbol of how long ago it was.
What, Facebook?
Yeah, Queen
Yeah,
Elizabeth was still alive.
Yeah, mate, loads of things happened and didn't happen. Jose Mourinho was Chelsea manager. He just come.
But you've not. So you've never retained the Premier League title.
Yes, we have.
for
Literally,
20 years.
Yes, we have retained.
20 years.
You can't say you never retained it. We retained it. 05, 06. Chelsea. We're going to make it a blue day, and we did.
Okay, when's the last time you won it 3 times in a row?
We've never won 3 in a row.
Everyone 4 in a row.
Well, it'd be very difficult to win 4 in a row if you never. Yeah. It'd be like me going. When was the last time Vincent Kompany won the European Cup? Come on, when? When was
Maybe-
the last time
No,
Vincent Kompany
no.
won the European Cup? When was the last time
Heartbreaking.
Sergio Aguero won the European Cup?
Heartbreaking.
When was the last time Sergio Aguero cried in a final at a European Cup?
Yeah, it's tough, man.
There you go. When was the last time Vincent Kompany won a European Cup?
No, it's tough. It's tough, man.
Yeah. So no, we've never done 3 in a row. Vincent Kompany's never won a European Cup.
It's over for these lot. Up to Nottingham you go. Marmouche! Oh!
Marmouche!
Nutmeg 2 guys!
Mate.
If he bangs this, I'm going to go snooker
No,
loopy.
he's got that-
John Virgo, mate.
We're gonna be snookering in tonight.
Oh, who's that?
It's only a game, so
Who's it? Who sang that? 2 Tottenham fans sang that.
No, you're thinking of Chaz and Dave, aren't you?
Chaz and Dave sang that song, Snooker
We're
Loopy.
gonna be snookering in,
No,
snookering in.
Snooker Loopy's a song by Chaz and Dave.
So is When the Year Ends in One, the Tottenham song.
Is it? Yeah. 61, yeah.
Spurs
61.
are on their way to Wembley.
Hey, there's no black,
because
it's all black and white TV.
The song is When the Year Ends in One because Tottenham used to win the FA Cup every time the year ended in one. 61, 71, 81, 91.
Except for
No, that's the song. And then
But it
as soon
ended
as-
in
then it ended-
2001.
Yeah.
I love it, Jack. We're in the FA Cup final for a 3rd season in a row. You can't give me a single club in history that's ever done that. Ever. Could be 2 out of 3 finals as well, winning. That's an amazing, amazing record. To win 2 FA Cup finals in 3 seasons. That's amazing.
Mate, if you finish this season in the Champions League spots, which I think you will when you win the FA Cup, I have no qualms in saying brilliant season.
What would you rate it out of 10 if they get top 5 and win the FA Cup?
Top 5 and FA Cup. Judging the season as a whole or kind of redefining expectations?
No, the season as a whole.
Season as a whole, I would say any season with silverware has to be seen through the lens of positivity. Any season where you qualify for the Champions League. For Man City, slightly less than other teams. Other teams, it could be 9 or 10. For Man City, definitely a 7. What do you think?
I would have said 7.
What do
I'd
you
have said
think?
8. I think it's the best City performance this season by a country mile. It really is.
It's a brilliant. Well, it was professional from start to finish, wasn't it?
Moments of quality. Nico O'Reilly, that block we were doing the quiz. Do you see the Nico O'Reilly block, Malanga?
Yeah, it's strong.
Mate,
Really strong. And obviously, great day for Man City, but the day doesn't belong to you.
No.
The day belongs to Arne Slot and Liverpool. What do you reckon?
One of the great achievements for any manager coming into a big club in the history of English football to come in 1st season, arguably biggest club in England, to win the title.
Mate, to
Their
win the
second
league.
title in 30 years.
To win the league, second title in 30 years, massive to do it in front of their own fans, which is going to mean so much to the Scouse faithful. But you're right, he's done it in his first year.
Let's be real. They're not good in the Premier League if you look at 30 years of history. And now he's turned them into a side that could win it next season.
It really is. It really is amazing. I cannot wait to start next season. But congratulations to Buvey, obviously. But huge congratulations to Liverpool, to Arne Slot, to Mohamed Salah, who has been unplayable this year. And a huge thank you to everybody who's tuned in today.